And here I was, 32, grown as hell, fine and able, fully able and in love. And it should be something that was celebrated, but I felt guilty. Motherhood is the best hood, and we all can stick together. The best hood.
It's the best hood. I think the greatest lesson I've learned from, whether it's through motherhood on this journey that we're talking about is like, you can't live your life by what people say the standards are or what they're telling you, what society says life should look like. It's like, live your life for you, but most importantly, live. Talking, your body's calling. Tell me to show you how I can make you proud. Okay. I'm so excited for this episode. Okay, I'm always so excited because I just feel so blessed that I have amazing friends. Aww. And some of the most amazing people come by Level Up Radio.
Yes.
And you are definitely one of those people.
Thank you so much.
I'm so happy. If you're just tuning in, it is your girl, Ciara, and I am here back for another episode of Level Up Radio. And this time it's with the Grammy-winning singer, songwriter, producer, performer, and mother, and New York Times best-selling author, Victoria Monét.
Hey!
What's up, bitch?
What's up? I'm so happy to be here.
I know. I'm so happy to have you. This is a treat for me.
Your voice is so soothing, so I'm so glad people get this experience.
Aww.
Like just your speaking voice. I'm like, yes. Yes.
You have a very soothing speaking voice too.
Wait, thank you.
When you and I talk, we just be in our zone.
Yeah.
Yes. We always have the best chats, whether we're texting, whether it's over the phone.
Yeah.
It's always the best vibes.
All love.
Yes, a lot of love. But first, I like to do this with all my guests. I always want to get the energy set right.
Okay.
So what I do right now is I get it right by setting an intention. Okay. And it's inspired by you. Okay.
Wow.
So what I came up with today was I hold space for self-expression and selfhood.
Oh,
Do you like that?
I love.
What does that sound like to you? What does that feel like to you when I say that?
You know what? Just natural, being yourself and loving yourself, which feels like the chapter that I'm in right now. Very single, very interested in leveling up in every way.
Yay.
You know what I mean? So this is, that feels correct.
Yay,
yes.
I love that.
Yes,
Listen,
you nailed
that.
that.
Spot on. I think it's a good era for us women when we're going through finding ourselves in that part of our lives. I personally, I do appreciate the days when I was single. And I think kind of like really being in the best place while being single. Right. I think that's key, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like when you and I talk, I can just feel nothing but like good vibes and like that's going to be it's going to be a very powerful stage for you where you're going to be more empowered in this time in your life.
Yes.
And I know all the amazing things you're doing, which we're going to talk about today. It's going to all be connected and it's going to all be great. And so I love that. I agree with you. Self-expression to me is so important for us. Just being unapologetically who we are,
right?
Being free through how we express ourselves. I think is really significant. And like you say, I think self-love is the best love.
Right.
It's so powerful. Of course, yes, being in relationships are amazing when they're right.
Right.
But there's something to me about just like, what am I going to do for myself?
I agree.
How am I going to feed myself? What am I feeding myself with? Like all those amazing things.
Yes.
So like I said, we're going to get into all this good stuff with you. Okay, so let's jump into the first segment of my show.
Okay.
It's a moment that we like to call Class is in Session. Okay. We're going to make this one the writer's edition because you're in the house. Okay. So as I mentioned, you are officially a children's book author, best-selling, New York Times best-selling author. Let's get that right. Crazy. That's a big thing to say, to have that in your title.
That's so cool.
What an accomplishment. So I say, welcome to the club because I'm very proud to be in that party as well. Let's go, us. Let's go.
I love.
So you released Everywhere You Are.
Yes.
Okay? A book meant to comfort children experiencing separation anxiety.
Yeah.
What inspired you to write Everywhere You Are?
I kind of was getting a feeling that once the pandemic was over, life would take its form again and I would be away a lot. And I know there's a lot of children dealing with that who have working moms. It's, in this generation, I think there's more and more women who are balancing motherhood and work at the same time. We see it across artistry as well. For example, Cardi right now, she's at the end of her pregnancy. It's so inspiring to see women multitasking.
Yes.
And so the book is just meant to comfort those children who have those types of parents, or even aunts and uncles who live out of town, or I think even the book addresses people who have passed on into another realm. You know, if they've gone to heaven or whatever your religion is, they've gone to that next chapter of the soul. It comforts them to know that when you love somebody, they never actually leave. They're always with you in your heart. And so it addresses kind of object permanence. You know, when you're a kid, the reason why kids love peekaboo is because they actually feel like you disappear when they can't see you. And so learning that, okay, even when I don't see something, it actually still exists. And, you know, so just explaining that in a nice way for children with visuals of the moon and the stars and a conversation that they can reference visually at night. Yeah. So it was really important for me to share because I felt Hazel needed to hear it. And I know if she needs to hear it, then there's so many other kids who can resonate.
Oh my gosh. So. I can relate to that as a mom, as a working mom.
Yeah.
My mind was turning when you were talking about just the grind for us as moms and just what that's like. And, you know, what do they call it? Mother's guilt.
Yeah.
That's a real thing, which I actually want to talk to you about that.
Yes.
But it's funny because my daughter Sienna cried really bad when I had to leave this past week. And that, oh my gosh, any mom knows it pulls at your heartstrings.
You're like, I'll cancel it. Let me figure it out.
You literally feel like that.
Yeah.
And you know what Russ did? He sent me this thing where it talked about the importance or the power. I don't want to say the importance because there's some stay-at-home moms, that's a job too.
100%.
But the importance of your children seeing you work.
Yeah.
And there was something about like the studies of how powerful it was and how influential it was. And he wrote to me, he said, keep working. And I thought, okay, thanks for that. Like he didn't know, like that really made me feel, you know, good in that moment because I really struggle with that.
Yeah.
And the teachers sent me a note from Sienna School and they said, we talked about this invisible string that like you guys are still connected. I was like, oh my gosh. Yes, that invisible string. I'm going to use that too.
Yeah.
But I love what you're saying, you know, and your inspiration behind this book is so powerful because it's so real. So yeah, this is awesome. You talked about just the grind as a working mom, and I want to just kind of veer off a little bit because I feel like, you know, for me coming up when I came out in the beginning and before that, whenever us women that were entertainers decided to have children, it was taboo. If you did it, you were automatically older.
Right.
You were automatically like not focused.
Yeah.
You weren't, you know, it was just all the things that were like, wait, what? Like, why can't I go and like live my life?
Right.
Right? Like, why can't, like, I can go, I am a working mom. Like someone questioned me in a meeting. They were like, how are you going to stay relevant? Like your mom, you know, I'm like, wait, what?
That's
like, what are you saying to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, do you ever like, or have you ever like had those thoughts in your mind, which I believe on your journey too, as a mom, which I would love for the listeners to hear because it's making me think about your story too, or at least when I heard you say before, which I'd love to talk about here.
Yes.
Like, can you resonate with like that, that thought of the world, like that we can't go and be our best selves and like go to the highest levels and peaks as artists while being a mom.
Right. I've definitely dealt with that even up to being pregnant. I think one reason why I delayed my pregnancy was because I didn't have the one yet. But I also, in the back of my mind, had these taboo references from what I thought the music industry was like, saying, you can't have a boyfriend in public. You can't have a child. You don't want to do this, and there's all these invisible rules that I'm like, I don't know who made this up, but this is what I've heard. So I'm like, this is what artists do. Even down to like not eating at a party because you might get something stuck in your teeth and the picture won't be, like all these little things. Yeah. So like I had that even going into my pregnancy where I felt guilty. And here I was 32, grown as hell, fine and able, fully able and in love. And it should be something that was celebrated, but I felt guilty. And I had conversations with my team about pregnancy. And because I feel like my body is a business, I had to explain it in a weird way. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, I don't know if this slows down income for you guys, like what the plan is, because I know that you're making an investment in me. And if I'm pregnant, maybe I can't do certain things that I would be required to do. Instead of being like, I'm pregnant and I can do both.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yes.
So it's so important for people to see you loving out loud, having a full family and a successful career and beauty, post-pregnancy, body, still post, like all the things that people would want and wish for on their wish list after having a baby, you have. So like showing that and having all of these examples of that in Summer Walker, Cardi, Kehlani, I'm in the boat now navigating with you guys, and it's just like motherhood is the best hood, and we all can stick together. The best hood.
It's the best hood. Okay, listen, we're going to talk more about motherhood coming up. So I don't want to like get it because we will go down this whole thing
all day.
But this is really, really amazing to hear you say that. I actually remember when I was signing my deal. This is before I my last major recording deal before I ended up going independent.
Yeah,
and I was pregnant. I was like, it was kind of early in the stages of being pregnant. We were like getting the deal stuff finalized. And then I learned I was pregnant and the deal wasn't signed. I was like, and they were like it was kind of going, I don't know why it was going slow, but I was like, this is like really scaring me because they may not want to do the deal with me because now I'm pregnant. And I remember telling Russ this, and Russ is like, he was like, babe, like, this is a beautiful moment for you. Like, enjoy it. Like, what's meant to be is going to be. Like, this is exciting, right? So I go and tell them, like, guys, I'm going to let you know what's happening right now, blah, blah. And the deal was not signed. And I will always give Monty Olson love because he said to me, he said, Ciara, don't you worry. We'll come to you wherever you are. We'll make it happen for you. And I was like, oh, my gosh.
Right.
Like, God is good. And that was so liberating.
Right.
But I love what you're saying. I remember talking to my friends and my peers. They were like, girl, I would have had more kids if I wasn't thinking about it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, just go, go, go.
Yes.
Live your life.
Yes,
like,
that's the right choice. Yeah. I had a similar experience with, at the time I got pregnant, I was working with this independent company called Platoon. And when I had the meeting on Zoom with Platoon, and told Denzel, he was so loving and welcoming of the idea. And I had already had this anxiety built up myself from imaginary stories. And then I had scared myself telling him. And when it happened, he was like, great, congratulations.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
I was up word in my head and I can be free.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I did have another experience where someone on my team made this PowerPoint presentation that was like anti. So I got both. It was like, telling me kind of how expensive it is, what the nanny costs, how I could miss this and that.
Wait, what?
And the end of the presentation was, what is the rush? As if to insinuate I should get an abortion. So I walked out of that room.
You aren't kidding me.
I said, okay, yeah, I'm going to figure this out. That pushed me in a way. And so, yeah.
He was like, you're going to see.
Watch and find out, so.
That's amazing. That is like so powerful and insane. I think the greatest thing that I gather from this, which I think is so important and what I've just learned is that you have to live.
Yeah.
I think oftentimes when you're on the mission to, be successful and reach the highest heights, you can forget to live.
Yeah.
And I think oftentimes in our world, especially in entertainment, so many people are lost. Like in the Bible, it says, what good is it for a man to gain the world and lose his soul?
Right.
You can have everything and still feel like you have nothing.
Yeah.
And I think the greatest lesson I've learned from, whether it's through motherhood, and we'll again get to motherhood, but on this journey that we're talking about, is like you can't live your life by what people say the standards are or what they're telling you, what society says life should look like. It's like live your life for you, but most importantly, live.
Yes.
Right? Okay, so I got to get us back on track. Okay. I want to go back to your book. Okay. With Everywhere You Are.
Yes.
How did you use your skills as a songwriter to write this book?
It kind of felt natural because I think as a songwriter, a lot of my writing feels like a little diary where I'm just spilling from emotion. So it didn't really feel that much different besides that there was no melody. Mm-hmm. But I did have, like, it's kind of rhythmic because I really like Dr. Seuss and how his rhymes are like, you can kind of make a song out of it. So it's similar, and I would be open to people finding the melody for it. I just wanted to separate my book and songwriting. Yeah. But it was very similar, just expressing myself, and it was good and a good exercise to simplify also, because I think one thing that's really complicated to do, which I feel like Drake does very well, is make something that's complex very simple.
Yes.
It's harder to describe your life in 3 words versus tell us a paragraph of what's going on in your life. So like that part of editing it down was really fun and like a new challenge. But besides that, it felt really reminiscent of songwriting, which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, so good. I can totally relate to that. It's
Yeah,
a good
right?
challenge.
Yes.
But really cool. Right?
So
Working a
awesome.
different muscle.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Different part of the brain is being massaged, but it's like still in the same creative section of the brain. So I enjoyed it.
Was
I
it
think
kind
I
of
would want
therapeutic
more.
too?
Yeah, I have another book that I want to come to fruition that's going to be called, and I'll tell you now, it's going to be called It's Okay to Cry. And it's okay to cry. I believe in that. Yes. I feel like the story of the way that we're raising specifically our sons as a community to be like, don't cry, toughen up. And although you want that, you want to allow the tears also, because that's tough.
Yeah.
That's vulnerable, and that's strength.
Yeah, strength is, I always say that you can find strength in being vulnerable.
Yes.
And, sometimes we all have to cry.
Yeah.
We all have to just let it out. Like, I feel like, crying can be therapeutic versus holding it in. I think that's when we suffer.
Right.
And I think it's powerful when a man can allow themselves to be vulnerable, with you, if it's in a relationship or just in general. Like, men hurt too.
I think about how God made the universe and the world. How, imagine if it didn't rain. That's what you're doing when there's no tears. It's like,
without rain, there's no harvest.
There's nothing.
Yeah.
You have nothing. So we need the water, and we need it to come down to water the trees and water the rivers and provide for us. So it's a cycle. So you have to let it out. If you're just thundering up there, then we're gonna drought.
We're gonna be a mess.
Drought. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be a mess.
Dry.
Yeah, we're gonna be dry. That's so good. This next segment is called Pick and Spill.
Okay.
So this is how it works, okay? I love games. Don't be nervous. Okay, I've got this jar right here. It's a jar of fun, reflective questions that I want to pass around with you and I.
Okay.
And we have to pick a question. We're going to read it, and then we got to spill.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to pick 2 questions each.
Okay.
And then, that's what we'll do. And so do you want to go first?
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Let's see what's up in that jar.
Let's see what
Okay, we got one. Okay.
Okay, this one says, what is the best encounter you've ever had with a stranger?
Oh.
Technical stranger or someone who's, okay.
Yeah, a stranger, someone you don't know.
Beyonce.
Oh.
I mean, technically didn't know, she didn't know me. I know her, so it's definitely kind of a stranger.
You didn't know her. You didn't know each other. She didn't know you didn't know her. Yeah.
Yes.
You knew of her.
I knew of her.
Okay.
I'm the biggest fan. So that was, I feel like, probably the best thing.
And why was it the best encounter? Because you really loved her. So good. That's sweet.
Because it was Beyonce. But it was, Hazel was in my arms.
Aww.
And she was about 3 months, maybe 2 or 3 months. And suddenly, I didn't know she was going to be at the place I saw her at. And we were wearing masks. So I think that helped the experience.
Yeah.
Because I think I would have lost it. But she came towards us and kneeled down to Hazel and was talking to Hazel. And meanwhile, I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Behind my mask.
But she can't see.
She can't see. But Hazel is just like, I'm like,
alert.
You have no idea.
Aww.
You have no idea. But she was just like, you've been here before, huh? She was just so engaging with her and so sweet. And I just thought that was so nice.
That's beautiful, yeah.
For her to be this icon and still just be so
humble.
Yeah,
and human.
Yeah, human.
Yeah,
that's what
so
it is.
Sweet.
Human.
Yeah. She's always been so sweet.
Just
the
best.
That's so good.
So I think that was it. This is fun.
Yeah,
I want to come over and play games.
I know. I love stuff like this.
What does the world need more of that would make it a better place? This is a long list. One thing, I think the main ingredient to all of the things, all of the other things that people need is just more love. It all comes from having love in your heart, love for other people, love for yourself, love for the planet, love for the earth, and love for people who are doing their job. Like all of it initiates from, I think, the emotion of love. And if you do everything from love of God, love of your family, all of life starts to come together in a beautiful way. Things start to light up in a different color.
Yeah.
And especially the first love I feel like you would want to have going about into your day is self-love. Because if you love yourself, no one can shake you when you have that traffic incident and they cut you off. You're like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm unshakable. No one can shake you. And you'll treat everything differently if it's initiated with love. So I guess it's like a cliche answer, but I do feel like it rings true, you know?
Yeah, I agree. That was what came to my mind too. I think
Yeah.
that like it talks about in the Bible how love conquers all, right?
Facts.
The greatest of faith, hope, and love is love.
Yeah.
And, you know, if people can go back to the place of love, you know, especially when it's, challenging times or challenging moment, or you want to like pop off, it's like a lot of things I think we spend our time and effort towards trying to correct or address, like, really don't matter.
No.
But if we come back to love, like love to me equates to peace
Yeah.
internally,
Yes,
right?
for sure.
Love brings everybody together.
Yeah.
That may have like the most distinctive differences.
Right.
Like, you know, if we can lead with love, like so much change can happen.
For sure.
Right? You know, so I agree with you.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Okay.
good. We love beat and we love love.
Yes.
Okay, now I got to pick out of the jar.
Please.
All right, here we go.
What you
Shake it up, mix it up. If I have the same question as you, I'm going to switch it so we can have different stuff.
Okay.
Okay, let me see. What life experience has made you a better version of yourself?
Ooh, okay.
Being a mom.
Yes.
Being a mom.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm pretty patient
Yeah.
overall. But the kids really teach you how to be patient, because they're just saying that when you plan God laughs, when you plan your kids laugh. 'Cause I swear to you, you can be like, I got this whole thing mapped out. Everybody start tweaking.
Yeah.
Everybody be like, psych. And I'd be like,
never mind.
and I'd be, you can't really go but so far because they're your precious babies.
Yes.
And they just like, you know, I was going to say malfunction, but like, that's not the right word.
Yeah.
But they just do some stuff that be like, wait, what? And you know what I said? Have you ever had intrusive thoughts before?
Oh, 100%. Imposter syndrome down.
Oh my gosh. When your mind says you want to do something and you don't do it, that's like the sane part of your mind. I have decided, okay, because listen, if I went to school, I think I go to school for being a psychologist.
Yeah.
I'd be all about the mind. From my studying of having kids, they be reacting on their intrusive thoughts. 'Cause something will just tell them to slap you, and you'd be like, wait,
What? Why?
what makes Amora say pow to win? Like, what makes them say, I'm going to open up the juice and pour it out? Like, what in the world?
Yeah.
So they haven't.
It'll be fun.
Yeah.
That's why. I want to do it.
Yeah. So you know
it.
what? Like, wait, what? So me, I feel like all that happens. And then when you have multiple kids, literally you will be like in a perfect state of peace. Okay? Then one comes around the corner with something that's wrong. I was sitting in the car and I was like, you might know about this. The car can sometimes be like your office and it's your space of peace. When you pull up home, like I'm gonna sit in this car for a couple of minutes. Let me get my mind right. So here come Future coming out crying about something happened. It's going, I was sitting in the car. I was in the car in peace. And now something's wrong.
No, literally.
No, that's how you feel. And then that might be happening. And then Sienna complaining about something with Win. And then somebody complaining something more. I'm like, oh my gosh.
We need this show, honestly.
Oh, it's a lot going on.
I would love to see how it goes down. Because how do you do this?
Oh my
And you
gosh.
look like you're in total peace. Every time you step outside, the hair is blowing in the wind. You look like you just gone a spa day. Like, relax.
listen.
It's never like disheveled.
I appreciate you, okay? I'm glad I'm talking to you today because you make me feel good. Sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. And I'd be up here like, if y'all don't get your tails on.
It's the lip. The lips.
Then I'm
You
like,
know
yeah,
when
you got to do it. You
in
got to
public-
turn that lip. And the thing is, unfortunately, these iPhones be getting folks.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't really nut up, but I'd be like in my head, like,
Right.
boy, when I get home.
Wait till I get home.
Wait till I get home. They
Soon as
make
I get-
me like put bass in my voice.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my point is that my experience with my kids honestly has, it's taught me patience. It's taught me the
Yeah.
power of grace.
Yes. Oh my gosh, yeah.
You know, it just pushes me to be my best. Like, I
Yeah.
think that also my kids watching me go on my journey and crying and try to figure it all out and like find a way, something about that fuel, being poured into my tank every day, the fuel of my kids, like it just like, it really does pour into me. It pushes me because I hope that I can show up in the best way possible
Right.
for them, and that they feel proud of what they see and they feel motivated and inspired. So,
Right. How do you feel that you reset? Like, how do you
my gosh.
reset? Like, do you get time by yourself? Like, kind of.
that time is a little rare, to be honest with you, especially
in the
these
bath.
days. 'Cause I'm like in go mode.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know what I do? But the bath, you mentioned sitting in the bathtub has actually been like my newest jam.
Okay.
Sitting in the bathtub, lighting
Yeah.
a candle if I can. You know, I feel very blessed that we get to travel to amazing places around the world. If I'm in a nice scenic, like, you know, hotel
Yeah.
where the bathtub is like where you can look out, it just feeds, right? It's a feeling.
It feels nice
It feeds
to
my
think
mind.
about. Yeah.
Every now and then I get to get massages. Every now and then I love a massage.
A blue moon massage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Seriously. You know, or just riding, you know, in the car sometimes gives me peace with no music.
Oh.
It's weird.
Okay.
I oftentimes do not ride in the car with no music. Something about that, because I very rarely have time to just sit and think,
Yeah.
right? So you almost have to carve out time to think. Like in my schedule, I carve out personal time. Like I have
Okay.
to write, this is the block of personal time to do whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And so that part is what I really try to push myself to do. But, you know, I've decided to give myself grace in the process because I don't get it right most of the times. I really don't.
Yeah.
When I'm trying to pour into myself.
Yeah.
But I do understand the importance of self-love.
Yes.
So it can also be something as simple as having a dinner with my friends.
Yeah.
Right? You know,
Yeah.
those
Recharge.
moments. And what I'm now trying to do is I'm trying to master my schedule so I can really create space. So like I will go ham sauce. I call it ham sauce. I will go ham sauce for like 4 days in a row. Like this
Yeah.
week is aggressive. I
Yeah.
have like commercial shoots, doing the
just
radio
saying,
shows,
I'm
like
looking at your
everything,
Instagram like,
perform.
damn.
It's a lot going on.
Wow.
But I said, okay, this is my week of like go mode.
Yeah.
And then next week it's off.
Love.
You see what I
Oh, the
mean? So
release.
it's like,
Yeah.
oh, and it's been a while since I've been off.
Yeah.
But I'm going to really try to do that for
Soak
myself.
that up. Mhm.
Right? So
I love.
those are the ways I kind of like balance and like
Nice.
make it all happen for myself so that my mind stays intact.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
Amazing. Okay, so I'm going to go to the jar for another one.
Okay.
What's coming out of this jar?
What you got?
Oh, what have you stopped worrying about?
Ooh, okay. Have you? What is it?
I've stopped worrying about a few things.
Okay, tell us.
And these things I've stopped worrying about have been helping me so much.
Yeah.
One, not caring what people have to say.
Ooh, that's big. Because
That is huge. Everybody got something to say.
Yeah.
Russ says, you know, the greater you great, the more they hate. So for me, you know, I just don't care.
Yeah.
I really don't, because I think about people that I admired and that have had so much success. And every person, there's not one person that hasn't been talked about. There's not one person that hasn't been told, you can't.
100%.
And has told someone, no, you won't.
Right.
There's not one person that hasn't gone through trials and tribulations in front of the world
Yeah.
and had to get back up and figure it out.
Yeah.
So those references are inspiration to me, you know, and it tells me like, if I worry about what other people are saying, I'm going to miss out on the opportunities for me. Like,
Yeah.
if people have something to say, that's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
Because that means you're doing something, right?
Right,
To serve all that conversation and commotion, it's like,
Hey, talk about it.
yeah, talk about
Talk
me.
about me.
I love it when you talk about me.
I love that.
You know, so I've just
That
stopped
sounds
worrying
like a
about
song.
it. You know, it's so funny. I had a song called "You Got Me" way back in the days on an album I had called "Basic Instinct," and I was kind of like saying lines like that. Yeah, it's
You
a
was
good
ahead of
thing.
it.
Yeah, now, you know, I was there because it's been a part of the journey.
Right.
It doesn't stop.
Yeah.
And you know, there's one of our dear friends, the late, great Trevor Moat. He's one of the best mental coaches in the world. He said something to me that was one of the most profound bars of life.
Yeah.
And I said, Trevor, like, how do you deal with how can I deal with how people, when they have things to say about me or talk about you, et cetera? He was like, you know what? See, there's never been a statue of a critic. That to me is one of the best bars.
That's really
There's
good.
never been a statue of a critic.
True.
So its perspective is like,
Right.
man, like, keep going, like, ignore the noise, block out the noise, like,
Yeah.
know who you are, know you are amazing, know you are what God called you to be, like,
Right.
what He anointed you to be.
Right.
And like, they're going to talk. Well, that's big facts.
Right.
Never been a statue of a critic.
That's true.
Right?
That's true. I think it all comes down to self-love again.
Oh, yes, it does. Self-love is the greatest love.
Yeah.
And you know what else I've stopped worrying about is my little jello belly. Let me tell you, when I say jello belly, I mean my stomach will never be what it was before I had babies.
You talking about your belly?
Yeah.
I thought you were. This was like a nickname for your children.
No,
like Jello belly.
No.
They want to kiss like Jello. Because what Jello belly?
No. Listen, we keeps it cute under the shirts. I keeps it cute under the high-waisted jeans.
Okay.
But the belly will never be the same.
Really?
Yeah. Listen, my size, I pretty much, get down to, I'm in a good place, which I love. I'm not all the way back where I was, before my first baby and even the last one.
Yeah.
Russ is like, baby, stay where you are, which I love. It's really sweet.
Yeah.
But what I mean is, guys, underneath my T-shirts, the facts are, it's a little like, the skin ain't quite tight. So I've stopped worrying about that because I cannot it's just what it is. These are my beauty marks. Right. So I'm like, okay, I've embraced that.
Yes.
I find ways to dress up from around it and for myself.
Yeah.
And so I love that. So I've stopped worrying about it though.
I love.
I actually embraced it a while ago.
Yeah.
But I like sharing because I know there's so many women out there.
Into it.
I would tell you, after my first one with Future, he laid on one side. So one side is like,
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so that's just what happened. But then again, now fast forward to baby number 4, it's just like, it's a little jello pudding. It's a little bit of that going on. Yes.
I love those.
But I've stopped worrying about it. I've just found ways to find my best pocket with my fashion. And I keep it cute. I keep it moving. And I'm just fine.
That's really empowering. It's really empowering because I think one of the things that women think about is the changes in their bodies, and we're so closely identified by the way we look.
Yeah.
We're always like, oh, my presentation, but it is about the inside because there's so many beautiful people in the world that have ugly attitudes, and no one wants to be around or see them.
No,
they'd rather see mom over there with the fire body and the beautiful stretch marks and the she's accomplished. That's what it means. It's like those are your stripes for your beautiful accomplishments of bringing life into the world. So it's badges of honor to me.
Is.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's funny. That's why when I created my label, I said, all the scars you get from the obstacles you face in life are your beauty marks. So that's how I look at that. Yeah. Right? It's all all these things are the makings of us.
Yes.
And it's beautiful to have a couple of things and all the way right. It's okay. It's embrace it. It's good. These are this is character.
Also, the fact that we are basing our idea of perfection on people who don't even look like that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because look at the cover of a magazine. It's like, you know that they've smoothed the skin and they inched it in and the abs.
We know a little touch,
You know what I'm saying? And that's perfectly fine because most of the world won't ever see you in person. So do your thing.
Yeah.
But also just know that not to base your beauty standards on something that's not real. The filters,
That's it.
Because we're real out here. And once
we
you
are
step
real.
out of the matrix, you'll see that. It's beautiful.
I agree with you. Yeah. Listen, ain't nothing wrong with a little face touch-up thing.
You know what I'm saying? Smooth my skin, please.
A little help me out a little bit. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yes, I agree with you. It's, really, it's a beautiful thing, I think, when we just embrace, who we are. We were just talking about this. Nowadays, people are also being honest with stuff they did choose to do to their bodies, which is that's the world we're living in. Just live, right? Yeah. Be you, and whatever that means to you, however you express yourself, it's just fine.
Do that,
embrace
girl.
It, right?
Do it.
Whatever
do
works
that,
for
boy.
you, do it. Exactly.
Do that, everybody.
Exactly, that part. Okay, so for this part of the show, we team up with our good friends at Essence Magazine.
Okay, Essence.
Okay, what's up, Essence?
What's up?
We love some Essence.
We love Essence.
We team up to bring you some fun questions. So
I am going to,
yeah. This game is called Pin It or Perform It. Victoria, I am going to give you quick prompts, okay? And you got to let me know if you'd rather pin it or perform it. And then give me a quick explanation as to why.
Okay.
And maybe even who you'd want to do it with if you feel inspired.
Okay.
Okay, or if you want to write it with.
Okay.
Okay. So, number 1, a sultry R&B anthem that feels like the quiet storm. Pin it or perform it.
Perform it.
Okay.
I think that's fun. I love Quiet Storm. The voice with the deep voice and
Quiet storm.
The storm sounds, the rain. Just imagine going to sleep at night with the rain fall and you're shutting it down in that bathtub. And cat candles. we perform that. That sounds fun.
I think we need that. I need that. When
Quiet storm. I can't have it.
Listen, if you ever choose to do that, please send it my way.
Yes.
Okay? All right. A stadium banger made for the Super Bowl halftime show.
Sold. Please stadium me up.
Perform it, baby.
Perform it.
Bam. That'd be fire. Okay. A lullaby inspired by your daughter.
Perform it. Are these all performing questions? Because these are great ideas.
Because I think you would write a beautiful one too.
Thank you.
Right? You could do both.
You know what? Honestly, with Hazel,
Yes.
I have to tell you, when she was young, well, she's still young, but she was probably like, I can't even remember the age, but I think it might have been younger than 2. I was just trying to sing her a lullaby.
Mm-hmm.
You know what this girl did?
What did she do? Rude.
Never mind.
Uh-uh.
I'll take my melody somewhere else. My talent's elsewhere.
Ain't that funny how that goes?
Rude. I
These
said,
kids
dang,
don't be
I thought it
knowing
was a
who their
moment.
mama is.
I was literally like into it, and she was like,
oh my gosh.
my heart is in shambles, but okay.
Listen,
I heard you.
that is rude. Okay. Why do these kids do us like that?
I think that they're like critics of us a little bit.
You know what it is? They just be so tapped in with us, I think, where it's like what we do, we're so blessed, but it's just so like it's just normal to them, right?
Right.
So they don't really see us like, like
Superheroes.
how
We're
our
not the
fans would see. Yeah, the superhero cape is off.
Yeah.
Future told me the other day how to do a dance in a TikTok.
Yeah.
And I said, Future, do you know? Boy, you better listen to what I'm telling you.
I made
I'm
that
telling
dance. That's my dance.
I said, wait, what? And he was like so confident. Mom, no, Mom,
like
trust
that.
me. I'm like, boy.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? These kids, boy, they be
Tricky.
They be real tricky. They be playing games.
I did try to go on Coco Melon because I thought it would impress Hazel. And while I was on the way to the taping, she was like, why are you going on Coco Melon? I was like, well, I actually thought you would think it was really cool. She was like, I guess.
Oh my gosh.
And then when the Coco Melon episode came out, I showed her and she was like,
She
I
loved
love
it.
it. She loved it.
See?
I think it was just one of those
They don't,
moods.
they be in the mood.
You sit on it.
Yeah, you know what I'm
be
saying?
back.
But we just got to keep doing us, okay?
Yeah.
Because they're going to respect it
They
one
gonna
day.
love
They're
us.
going to appreciate it one day.
They don't like them toys.
That's what I'm saying, that part. That part, okay? Big facts. Okay, so here we go. Another one. A dance floor record that makes everyone forget their worries.
You know what? I really like, it's a throwback, but it feels so good as soon as it comes on. It's Maya and Sean Paul. What's it called?
If I could be your girl. Yeah.
Oh, as soon as it don't. If you're in like
It's
a dance
so
hall,
feel
you're
good.
like, ooh, right away.
Yes.
And I'm not worried after that. But
So
I
what
do
would you
need
say?
a partner.
Would you pin it or perform it?
Perform it. I perform it.
Okay,
I forgot
cool.
about the adjective. I was like, yes, perform it.
I was following you, though. That was a good song reference.
Thank you.
Okay, so, because you definitely have pinned songs that makes everyone forget their worries. So you've already done that.
Thank you.
Yes. A soul-stirring ballad about resilience and rebirth. Pin it or perform it.
You know what? I think I would pin it. I would want to hear it more than perform it. I think I would want to like just be in the audience of like someone's stadium show with like lots of reverb and like just feel it.
Reverb.
Yeah, I love reverb. I'm like, drown me out. 100. Put it on 100.
Stretch
But
me out. Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe I would pin that one.
Okay. All right. And then lastly, a genre-bending collab with a dream artist of your choice.
Perform it.
There we go. Yeah,
In
I
the
love
stadium at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
perform it
bam.
there. Yeah.
that. Make it clear.
Manifest.
Okay. Habakkuk 2:2. I think it's 1:2 or might be 2:2 in the Bible says, write it, make it plain.
Yes.
Write it, baby.
Yeah.
Declare it, baby.
Let's go.
Okay, I love that. So that was fun.
That was fun. Can I?
Okay.
Do you have one for
I
me?
mean, yeah, I just had one just for you.
Okay.
I like that though.
Okay,
See,
that was
guys? You know what? Now she's inspiring me because I need to like add more to the show.
Yeah.
I love that.
We
yeah.
want to know from you too.
But I can relate though to what you're saying. I would say, okay, so it's your R&B anthem that feels like the quiet storm. I probably want to write it.
Okay.
Maybe. Stadium banger made for the Super Bowl halftime show. Of course, perform it.
It needs to happen.
Come on, we need to do that. Listen, y'all listening, y'all hear Cece and Vic. We both need to have a moment on that sleeping bag.
Ayo, Jay-Z. Ayo, Jay.
Hey, listen, we know some people that know some people. You know what I'm saying? Big fact, okay? A lullaby inspired by my daughter. I probably want to pin it, actually.
Okay.
I actually wrote this song called I Got You with Diane Warren on my last album, Beauty Marks. And that song was, well, sorry, that is wrong because Future was already born. It was my album, Jackie.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was me singing to him, I Got You, because I was in my single mom phase.
Yeah.
And that was like a very significant and like pivotal moment in my life. And, you know, just, in general. And I was singing to him, you know, like, I got you. Like, that was very deep for me.
I love that so much.
Yes.
I need to talk to you about that.
Yeah.
Because I'm right there.
Yeah. We
That's
can
where I'm
definitely talk
at.
about it. Yeah.
We're going to get there.
Right? Oh, yeah. It's. Well, let me tell you, for women that are listening, I will tell you all, you know, the single mom phase, I would encourage every woman to embrace it. Because there's so much opportunity to grow in that journey.
Yeah.
There's so much you're going to learn about yourself.
100%.
Talk about self-love. It's the best time to love on you, and that love pours into your baby.
Yeah.
I always like to tell moms, too, I like to say, listen, you talked about it being, it's okay to cry. I was also very big on not crying in front of my son.
Okay.
Because for me, this is my rule I made.
Yeah.
There was something about the energy that I wanted to put in the universe for him, that even though I was feeling weight on my shoulders, and even though it was a really hard time and season for me, he was going to feel nothing but joy. And I worked so hard on being in my most joyful space. And he was my little teddy bear. We went everywhere together. It's only had one child then, so it was like, you know, we had many sleepovers, you know, him being up till 2 a.m. and my eyes are wide shut, as they would say, you know, but like I was really, you know, I embraced the journey, and I had so much fun with just being he and I. So I would say embrace it like this. It's not a bad thing. Don't feel like it's, you know, because when you go through that part of your life, and I will say going through that in front of the world, it's a very vulnerable and uncomfortable feeling.
Yes.
Because you also feel like you made a mistake, or not mistaken your baby, but you just feel like you messed up, you bumped your head big time, and everyone has to watch you go through it.
Right. Yeah.
And that's like, you know, it's a little uncomfortable.
For sure.
But it's like, you know what? Embrace it. Like there's going to be so much good that's going to come out of it. Your baby's going to be just fine.
She's going to be
You're going to be just fine. Like, you know, it's like just really speaking as much life into the journey as possible.
Yes.
Like that's what I would say from my own experience. And like, everything is all right.
Did that.
Yay.
Did that.
Thank you, Mama. We got this.
Yes.
Okay, so back to this thing, pin it or perform it. A soul-stirring ballad about resilience and rebirth. I think I want to perform that.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Standing up tall on the stage, singing out loud, powerful, you know, lyrics, healing through them, and hopefully others are healing through them with me.
Yes.
I like that. A dance floor record that makes everyone forget their worries. I would say pin it, you know. I love performing it too, though.
Yes.
I like performing it. I like performing it. Yeah. You know what? It's a blessing, and you know, like I know, when you're part of writing songs like that.
Yeah.
Or for me, co-writing songs, that when I see people just like have the best time of their lives dancing to my music, it's the best feeling in the world.
Full circle.
Yeah, it is. And then the last one, a genre-bending collab with a dream artist of my choice. Of course, I want to perform that.
Can I ask, who is that artist?
Well, you know, I could say that I want to do one with you, but you and I know we both have a song in the works.
Hey!
We know that.
That's
Just
tea.
saying, that is Big T on Level Up Radio. It's an inside scoop.
Yes,
Sorry, I dropped the beans, but I have to because I think it's like super... you know, the song that we're doing together, I won't give too many details to the people listening, but it's a very sweet idea that you presented to me. And I felt very honored that you asked me to, because I think you're incredible.
Thank you.
And I have so much respect for you and your journey. And like, I knew about you before you were an artist. The town was buzzing about Victoria and her penmanship. Wow. And just how, you know, amazing you were. And so your journey, for you to stick with your dream, for you to keep believing in yourself, for you to keep giving yourself opportunity and to make it happen is so beautiful. And you're killing it. and you put all the right vibes in the world. So I was so excited when you asked me to join you. So I'm excited about that.
I cannot wait.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just going to take this opportunity right now, too, to tell you this story that I never told you. When I first moved to LA in 2009, I was signed to this girl group and I was working at this studio. And you came to the studio. I was like 19. And when I saw you, I freaked out and you rolled through in like a black, I think it was a black truck, but it was like big,
Was
big
it like
wheels. I wouldn't know.
Was it a G-Wagon or something?
Maybe it was a G-Wagon.
Oh, it was my Jeep. Jeep Wrangler.
Yep.
And it's like hard case. Yeah.
Yep. You got out.
Teflon paint. It's like
with black, right?
Yeah, black. Yeah.
I feel like what I remember of it was black, and you walked in. It gave me like this, like electric boost. I was like, oh my God, like my dreams, because I had just moved to LA. I was like, people I love are right here. I'm just so inspiring to keep going, because it was a period of my life where it was iffy. We were like singing on the corner in front of In-N-Out for money at the time.
Wow.
I come to the studio, I'm like, oh shit. So like it felt like I was so close. So it helped me keep going. So thank you. I want to give you your flowers. I do not feel like the world is giving them to you enough. We've given you flowers, but you need more flowers, more flowers. Like we've seen you from the A's hat all the way to the motherhood hat, to the wife hat, to the God-fearing woman hat. Like movies, like everything that you're doing is so beautiful, and it's so beautiful to see your journey from when I was like 15 still, and you're still here killing it and like looking amazing, and just to watch you glow and just thrive is so inspiring. I don't want to get teared up, but it's just like beautiful to see, and I'm so inspired by you and just so thankful to be talking to you, sitting here and seeing your story, because I resonate with so much of it, from the tomboy swag to like the softer voice to our skin colors. Like, just thank you for everything that you are. I love you, and I'm inspired. So those are just flowers for you.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
Thanks for making me cry. That was really sweet.
No,
I
truly.
really appreciate that so much.
Yeah.
Thank you. I have to say, this is how we level up on Level Up Radio. Okay? Bars. Just saying. So one thing that is really near and dear to your heart is being a mom, a girl mom, right? So in the spirit of this show, let's talk about leveling up your motherhood. How do you level up your motherhood?
I'm always learning. I feel like it's a constant learning curve, because every month, even in the first year, they're a different baby. And then every year they're changing. So it's like once you kind of get into the swing of one position or characteristic that they have, or way that they are, it shifts.
Yeah.
So you have to be kind of a chameleon. And I think the flexibility and fluidity is what keeps you fresh and constantly leveling up.
Yeah.
As you grow, they're growing, and you guys are growing as a family and learning communication with each other. One specific skill that has been helpful for me, as far as that friction that you may get when they start to get their autonomy and like talk back and learn the word no. I saw something online that was just saying the reason why kids do certain things is just for attention. And so when they say no, or they don't listen the first time, you don't repeat yourself.
Yeah.
You say it once, they don't listen, then you go over to them and grab them and put them in the position that you want. So for example, Hazel, brush your teeth. Okay, I'm gonna come get you, put you in front of the toothbrush, and we're gonna start. So that your words don't start to equal non-action. So they're starting to test the waters and see, how far can I push her?
Yeah, respect you.
Right. And what happens if I do this? So I guess one way that I'm leveling up my parenthood is just patience. And also the online parenting tips are very helpful.
That's good.
So make your algorithm about the child, and you'll get some good parenting tips out of that, because we're all going through similar stuff and trying to make it look good in the grocery store.
That's
But
exactly
sometimes it ain't like that.
There's no perfect way to parenting.
Right.
I really believe that. The perfect way is the unperfect way, or the perfect way is just like, like to yourself, like you're constantly learning, you're constantly growing,
Yeah.
One thing that Russ always says to me, and I think sometimes, he does this especially with the boys, He does this with the girls, but I see the girls make him a little more weak. But for me, I do this especially with the boys.
Okay.
And then, with the girls, and the boys get me. But the thing is to let your no's be no's and your yes be yes. So, when you talked about the no's, like that's something that I do challenge myself. I really work on it because I've learned that kids are smart. They're the master manipulators.
Yes, they're good.
They be on some other stuff. Like they could legit.
We can learn negotiation tactics.
I'm trying to tell you negotiation tactics. You can get a lot of stuff done when you send a kid in on the mission.
Right.
So, just knowing that how their little minds work, it's like, we got to be consistent and follow through.
Yeah.
And the Bible talks about being childlike. This is what I do love about kids. And I think this is important. I had to remind myself this.
Yeah.
Think about how kids have amnesia. They can go through something so traumatic, like getting in big trouble. And then literally 30 minutes later, they're playing. Yeah. And they I love you, mommy.
Yeah.
And so I think sometimes we forget that when we're trying to discipline them, that they're not going to be mad at us forever. They're going to give more respect. Because you'd be like, if I did that, my mom would have been like this. That's time. Respect when we say that, right?
Yeah.
So I have to remind myself that same thing that my mom told me, no, I didn't understand, but now I understand because I have kids.
Yes.
But they're going to be questioning the same thing. They're going to be doing exactly what I did when I was their age.
Right.
And it's going to all be just fine because we got it, right?
Yes.
We understood. We understand now. And I just have to remember that, right? So let my no's be no's and my yeses be yeses.
That's good.
Really, I'm really trying to work on that because now with the bigs, like my big ones, CC, little sassy CC, and Future, he's like... She's so sweet. Oh, thank you. And Future, he's like so sweet, but he's in this age where they trying to test the waters. And I'm like, hey, boy.
How old is he now?
Hold up, he's 11. Oof. Yeah.
Okay.
So we was playing wrestling the other day. Like, I said, don't get it twisted. Your mama got them muscles, boy. Yeah. Trot me, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so fun,
Yeah, I love that.
It's cute because we get to bond in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I'm just learning, like, I've got to follow through. And Russ will tell me, it'd be like, don't you let off on them boys. He tells me that. So I remember him telling me that because he's like, I know. Like, you have to follow through.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, with them boys, we got to be like,
stern.
yeah, right?
No means no.
Yes, no means no. And yes,
their little
yes.
faces are like,
they're so sweet.
Like, okay.
But you know what? We can't let them run over us.
No.
Who are you talking to?
I ain't no street. You can't run over me.
Exactly. That part. There we go. That's a bar.
Yeah.
The mental muscle you have to work to just go through the flows, the ebbs and flows of having kids. That part of your brain alone. Like, not even factoring in, like, because we have to think about everything, right? You're thinking about, like, their whole day. Like, you got to plan, where there's birthdays, but that's, like, fun stuff. But, like, the school stuff, like, that they do extracurricular activities, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah,
you're grinding to make sure you're taking care of them. Like, all that stuff, right? Like, it's a lot. And then we're not factoring in how you're thinking about if you're making an album, or if you're, like, you got to go on tour, you got to think about, you got to have calls, like business calls and meetings. Like, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Life be lifing.
It truly. I feel like there's like a section of moms' brains who has like monk abilities because we're so zen. Like, even through the chaos, like walking through a tornado, we're like, it's fine.
Yeah, just fine. You know what? That's like a really good visual. It's like, picture the wind is blowing. Your hair is like all the way out. Yeah. And everybody turned up. Your kids over there throwing mashed potato on the wall. Somebody over there doing something else crazy. They're having a fight, knocking each other out. Yeah. Someone's sick. But you're like, put that on my mama, on my hood. I look fly. I look exactly that part.
Yes, exactly.
That's what we got to do.
Right.
And moms do that. So listen, shout out to all the mamas in the world.
Yes.
Just know, like, you got everything you need in you. We were built for this thing, right? And like, there's no perfect way to parent. So give yourself grace. One of my favorite words, sometimes I like go through life where I have like cycles or eras of like, what's my favorite word? Like, one point, my favorite word was perspective. Now it's grace. Like, grace, we got to give ourselves grace.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I'm actually reading this book called The Let Them Theory right now, which seems to me like a lot of people are reading it right now, which is great. It's by Mel Robbins. And the whole theory behind the book is the phrase "let them," which is basically like, let it roll off your shoulders. You losing the grip on control. Like you don't have to try to control everything, because even if you try to, you won't and you can't.
Yeah.
So just let it happen.
Yeah.
And then let the second phrase of let them is let me. So like, this is what they're going to do and this is what I'm going to do. So it's the same concept of that tornado you're walking through in slow-mo with all the chaos around you.
Yeah.
It's like, just let it
be. Let it be. Life's going to be all right.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yes.
This is so good. This is like amazing stuff for Level Up Radio.
So good.
So many gems in this session. Okay, so let me just say, this is the sad part, but sweet at the same time, because this has been so much fun having you. And
this is like the
yeah.
Oh man.
But we still got a little bit more left, though. Okay. I'm just saying, this is what we're about to come to a close, but we ain't closing yet. Okay.
This is the finale.
So, yes. So as I just mentioned, we are finally coming to the end of this episode on Level Up Radio, and I am so, so grateful for you joining me. This has been such a treat. You are like beyond amazing.
So are you.
Aw,
I'm so happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, the most beautiful soul.
Thank you.
The sweetest voice. Okay, so Vic, I want to know, is there anything that you can share about your new album?
You know what? I'm working on it and I'm having such a great time doing it. I do feel pressure a little bit, to be honest, because I think after the success of Jaguar 2, you know, you're said to have the ability to ride that wave and like be able to put music out right away and like be ready for the momentum. And it just happened so fast for me that I had put so much time into this album previously to its success that I just needed time to live life and make the new one, because I spent so much time promoting that album that I wasn't even living life or making much music at the time. I was just on go trying to get that off the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm learning grace for myself to be able to take my time. I think with how music is made and how we're consuming things, it's almost like if the music industry were a restaurant, people will eat their plate and be like, oh, that was really good, bring me another one immediately. But it's like, well, I have to cook it and like probably go shopping for a little bit more ingredients and stuff, but they don't have that patience, so they're going to go to the next restaurant, you know? So I feel like for me right now, I'm learning the grace to be able to take my time with the album and don't put anything out that I don't feel ready for or that I feel like is not up to par just because of some imaginary time constraints that maybe people have for me. So I'm taking my time and I'm trying to make, if I made Off the Wall, I'm trying to make Thriller right now. So I need to take the time.
You got to take the time.
You know what I mean? Like, I just really want the best vocals. I'm in my vocal lessons. Like, I want someone else to vocal produce me this time. Like, trying new things.
Yeah.
My creative process for my album has changed a little bit. I'm usually the person to walk back and forth in the studio while I'm writing and write the song in my head and then just go record it.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the room on an M7 because I saw it on the Thriller documentary. I'm like, oh, this is what he used? Let me use this microphone. And just singing melodies in the room, which is new for me. So I'm taking my time to develop that and really find what it is. So I'm working on it, but I have good ideas.
That's
right
so
now.
good.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I think there's something exciting. I agree with you. You know, we live in this time right now where everything is like, you know, now, and then the moment passes by so fast because there's something else new around the block.
Yeah.
And I think it's so important for us artists to not be distracted by that type of flow and to not be discouraged by it because, you know, like I've always said, you know, run your race at your own pace. Yes. And when something is good, it's going to work how it's supposed to. And when the timing is right, you're going to know and like it's going to all be good. Yeah. You know, so I totally hear you loud and clear on that. Yeah. And like you said, I don't think you should ever rush greatness. Right? You know, I totally know what you mean by that.
Did you feel that? Like your first super successful single, did you feel that type of like, oh shit, now
like going into my next project? Yeah. So I remember when I put out my first album, it was Goodies, 1 2 Step. Oh,
smash.
Thank you. Yeah. And my last song on that project was a song called And I actually wanted to do, you know, release more songs off that project. But I remember talking to Missy in particular, and she was talking about the sophomore jinx. And she was telling me about like just a second project and like what that would, be like. And she's like, that's always the one, is getting over the hump of the sophomore album,
Yes.
But there was also like, I don't know, I just felt like when I was talking about it to her, I felt, relaxed. I didn't want to overthink it.
Yeah.
And I think that's important. Like, the one thing that you have the gift to make like beautiful music, and that's a gift for you.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you've shown that. Like, they say numbers don't lie, but I think your record doesn't. It speaks for you. Like you've been able to do it multiple times. So it's kind of like, I would say, like, don't overthink it, right?
Yeah.
And now the way music is consumed is way different.
Yeah.
And so I'm learning that, obviously being an independent artist, running my own labels and, doing it, my way essentially. Like I'm learning the process, and it's like you just, when it feels right to you, do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, it's like I can always like hold my head high and smile big because I know I've been doing it my way. Like it's like my number one rule, right?
Yeah.
It's like I got to do it my way. Like
Right.
if I, decide to say I'm not going to do it anymore, I've got to know and rest my head on knowing like I did it my way.
Right.
Right. And so, and I think our fans, like when you have true fans, like your core fans,
They're
like
there.
they be there. Like they rock with you. Like
Yeah.
they don't waver like that. The true fans, right?
True. Yeah.
And I think if we do it for them, like we've done it. You know what I mean? Like, and we do it for yourself first and foremost.
Right. Yeah.
And then you feed your fans as best as you can. Like all is good.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's how I see that. So this being said, I am so excited for your album. Yeah, and we just spilled a couple of beans here on Level Up Radio because Vic and Cece gonna be jamming out on the
Let's
song
go.
together, and I know, like myself, the fans cannot wait for this project.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
look, take your time, but don't take too much time.
Right.
Yo,
Like take your
just
time.
say-
Hurry up.
Selfish.
Yeah.
Okay.